Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep Dawn of Dragons, where we should probably pick up a dragon ability, right? Like, that's just strength that we're leaving on the table right now. There's no sense not having one. But I do think that the frog dragon is pretty poorly adapted to our situation, so maybe this is the good time to go back and try out the bandit dragon. Let's see if we can actually do that now. So why don't we just run over here. I can't remember, have we harvested since we came back to town? Okay, yeah, we have. I decided not to go and spend 1,000,000 casino tokens on a high-level staff that we then wouldn't be able to go into and level up anyway, because it would be too high level for us. We'll find something. We'll find something that is sensible. Good, but sensible, and something we can actually level up. Alright, so I guess let's just have at 'em, right? I sure do want to have a real staff, though. Okay, I can see that this is going to be a problem. So Spirit Walking is great because it causes enemies to stop targeting you, but it's not an actual movement ability, so it doesn't get you out of AoEs in this way. Unfortunately, we don't really have a great we don't have a great play here. I think we're just going to have to eat a big hit. Well, let's cast a spell, I guess. Yeah, let's start up a fire invocation. Are we spell-shaped right now? No, I think this is fine. Okay, that wasn't even really that much damage. Although, it did kill my, what do you call it? My Floriconda anyway. That's fine. These enemies are definitely on the tough side. Wow, actually, I just took 600 and, no, that's, where's all the damage to me coming from? 203. Yeah, okay, that's still a lot. I mean, the bandit is only rated as hard now, so I thought maybe we would be okay. Well, we have to eat some emergency food then. That's pretty clear. Fortunately, we've had a lot of campfires, so we have a pretty good supply of roasted meat. It's probably going to be the right play, right? 763 instant health. Hard to imagine there's a better move than that. But this is still looking undoable to me. Like, ooh, hey, Bandit Boudica, that's cool. We could kill this one probably, but I don't think that there's any chance that we kill all of them. We downstairs? Ooh, boy. Okay, the good news is the poison seems to be doing 9 damage a turn, so we're okay on that. We are really not ready for that. Holy crap, that's hard. I thought I remembered being told... Ah, yes, we absorbed some of the poison damage. I thought I remembered seeing that the dragon stuff was supposed to scale with your level to some degree, but I must be misremembering, because that is the opposite of what was happening there. It feels like if anything, it got harder relative, like it was harder relative to our strength now than it was relative to our strength last time when we did it last time. That's a very complicated way of saying the thing that I'm saying. Hopefully it was easy enough to follow. Alright, oh, I have tons of rumors. I don't need your new rumors. I don't need your help. We took 10 steps over the course of that. Alright, I guess we should go recapture that Guardian Sphere. Out of curiosity, though, since a day passed, did we... The casino did not restock. Okay. Yeah, let's go do this rumor that requires us not to walk around a lot. Is we'll talk to you first, too, because you might have fun stuff for me. Like a mint fat brew. And I don't need another monster mallet. We are, like, all good on monster mallets. Well, I tell you what I need is just a decent mid-level staff. I don't know why that's so hard to find. Alright, so Ancient Ruins 12 means we probably want to go back to... Oof, we do not have a good entry to Ancient Ruins 12. The best thing to do... might even be... Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Ancient Ruins is not even a thing. Was it Old Amber Station 12? Ancient Ruins 12... Oh, this is on the other side of the boss fight, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know that we're actually going to be able to do this. Well, I guess let's just go up as high as we can. So we'll take the thing to the Desert Oasis. And then we'll try to find our way up quickly. We've already finished this floor, right? Yeah, so we can just go straight up. That's a fair number of steps away. Oh, also, I am not remembering to get my pets back. So we're going to go back to town one more time and resummon our elemental. Yeah, that was pretty harsh. I definitely want to fight more dragons, but we're gonna have to level up a little bit more. Can I just get the frog thing from you? You have no chance at all to defeat them. Okay. So I guess I can't just... That's right, because defeating the dragon gave me an item that I had to consume to learn the limit, didn't it? I bet once you beat all the dragons, it lets you just learn whatever limit you want on each character, but probably that's the thing that we have to do next. Alright, let's buddy up with definitely not a person, get some insurance on him, and just push deeper into the dungeon, I suppose. Alright, I am wearing my band, right? Yeah, okay, just making sure. So we have a couple of very low tier wizard staves that we could use. I would love it if we could find something that's like item rank 6-ish though. We have a bunch of 2s, and then also we know where there's an 11. That's the Kragan mine, so honestly I bet we're not gonna be able to do this quest. Scarred Bog Frog. Am I supposed to do anything special with you, or is I just supposed to kill you? Yep, just end his evil reign. Well, that ought to be easy enough. It's not even a good evil reign. Alright. It is worth noting, by the way, I haven't been making sure to be careful about it, but you do actually do reduced damage to... I'm just going to grab all these, rather than saving them for later, because I will not remember to come back. You do reduce damage to enemies who are adjacent to you with the bow. It is less effective in melee range. I believe that staff class weapons do not have that problem. I think. So technically, when we get adjacent to an enemy, I should swap to the spear. But also, that's a lot of extra clicking for something that's not actually very, we're still way overpowered relative to the enemies. Oh, I guess I should hit parting gifts. Well, whatever. Our guy's in no danger. We'll hit parting gifts later when we have another pet. Wow. A lot of flask charges around here. You know what there's not a lot of? Stairs going upward. Hey, look, I found some. Wow, that area was empty. So where are we at on this rumor? 163 taken. It's not totally impossible, but it's very unlikely that we will get that. Yep, go fight the Duke. Fortunately, our style of combat doesn't involve walking around all that much. Like, technically, I ought to do this. Just try to walk a very efficient path. You know what? We can come back and get those later. Those I will probably remember, because we actually will come back through the branch. It's very unlikely that we succeed at this quest. We're gonna give it everything we got. All right, here's hoping that I don't need to do stuff during this battle. So, as you can see here, it would be pretty easy for us to summon up a Shadow Elemental, but obviously Shadow Spirit versus Shadow Spirit is not my favorite way to fight, so why don't we Spell Shift Materialize an Acid Pool, and then make an Acid Elemental instead. We put the Acid Pool underneath one of these guys, and then, I'm not actually sure, do we have to wait for him to move off of that? Yeah, I have to wait for him to move off. Okay. Well, that being the case, let's just start some fires. Spell shape ourselves over to a square, and then give him the great big fire evocation. I did not remember. I had materialized fire on. I didn't realize that you could do multiples like that. Hold on. I can't reverberate monster? I have 5 echoes. Oh, because I'm pressing reverberate monster and not call elemental spirit. How about that? Maybe that's the problem. Okay, there's our sludge man. Yeah, I thought switching into square form was going to turn off the spell shift, but apparently that's not how it works. I didn't realize you could do that. That's potentially really powerful. We'll probably want line on next time we do a cast here. So, I'm going to parting gifts right now, though. There's a fairly significant chance our sludge elemental is going to get blown up. And then, an ice evocation. Yeah, you got him, sludge elemental. It stopped him from healing. Wow, that was actually really easy. Okay, Sinister Dream Casting, Skill Orb Materialize. Okay, that's interesting. Skill Orb Elemental Spirits. I want all of this stuff. But we might just run out of the room via the most efficient path first. So I'm gonna get Aura of Growth next so that we can maybe get some free vines to use for swinging. Stuff's not going anywhere. Monsters don't take loot. We'll just walk out of here the most efficient way. And then we got to go to the Ancient Ruins, which I think is this one? I'm going to not speak to her. Yeah, you're not very interesting. Here's the thing. We've had this conversation before. Apparently you don't remember it, but I remember it very well. We failed the quest right as we started walking in. Well, we tried. Let's go ahead and replace the campfire meat that we made. And then I guess we'll go back and pick up our loot. It is weird that you can't visit those intermediary floors again. Not sure why it's designed that way. Alright, let's go get our stuff. Is that chicken glowing? The turkey leg? Why is that turkey leg so shiny? It was just a normal turkey leg when we picked it up. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Oh, hey, coffee. Well, there's an NPC in one of the side areas who wants coffee, and I don't remember why she wants it, or like what she gives you in exchange. We could go and check, since we just unlocked a new fast travel point and everything. First, we must finish looting this place. Even though almost certainly all of the loot that we get from it is going to be terrible. I mean, we know where to go to get the good stuff, right? It's just a matter of waiting for it to refresh. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump back to town real fast. Sorry, not this. I want to go to Charms of the Spirit, I think is the right one. No, this is not the right one. Oops, that's not what I want. Fast travel menu. It's not Bandit Storeroom. It's definitely one that I saw while I was leveling up here. I don't remember. The Jelly Fields are the place where the Jelly Dragon is, I believe. I unlocked that as I was doing the intro here, but then I obviously didn't want to try to do it off camera. And based on how difficult the Bandit Waterworks turns out to be, I probably couldn't have done it off camera. Well, the casino's restocked. Let's hit the casino. It's not like I'm going to sell the coffee anyway. We may as well just hold on to it. A Battle Mage flow condenser of treasures and vengeance. This is a little bit more compelling because we won't have to wait until we're high enough level to enter it to power it up. 15% of this weapon's power is added to spirit power. Next attack is much stronger when you miss. I mean, this is a pretty good... That's a pretty good weapon. It's not totally perfect, but I think we don't want to wait for totally perfect. We want to take pretty good. So, cannot be pushed or pulled. Minus 25% damage from all basic attacks. A little bit better resistance than usual. Actually, quite a bit better resistance than usual. That's totally fine. That's an okay piece of armor. I mean, it's better than fine. That's a pretty good piece of armor. This is not a set I'm familiar with. 10% of weapon power is converted to resist bonus. Deal triple damage from the armor training skill. So this is a paladin set. Defense cannot be lowered. Reduces damage if your health is low. Yeah, that's really good. We're not gonna buy it, but it's really good. I think we may want to go ahead and get this. So, 90 tokens. We have 40 something, and then there's one in the bank, so we got to make some tokens happen here. Hey, guy. Wait, do I have to interact with him from below? I don't know if there are different odds of victory on this. I do know that it's very, very easy to play the dice game. How much money do we have on us? It's like 20k. Let's just go for, let's do it in tens, because it's really easy. I'm not pleased with how high the variance on bets of this size are. We can get a fairly reliable return here. Okay, he rolled an instant lose. There's absolutely no strategy or anything to this. I literally just click the button until it gives me the tokens. As you can see, it's going all right. I do feel like they should have maybe chosen a couple of... At least in the blackjack one, you have some decisions to make, right? That was enough, right? That was 50? Yeah, 102. Actually, I overdid it. It is not very expensive to get casino tokens. You probably, my guess is, can get a slightly better result from playing blackjack, but, like, why bother when this result is good enough? Okay, I am overjoyed to have a real staff. We'll keep all this other stuff, but I'm gonna equip this for now. So it has a range of 3, the damage is based on our spirit and discipline, and it also adds 1 base spirit power per level. So... our spirit power is 239 with that equipped, or 205 without it. I think it does mean it's just adding 1 spirit power for each of our levels, and then also there's a spirit power bonus coming from the fact that this has battle mage and it has a higher weapon power than this thing did. I'm a little bummed out that it's just raw physical damage, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I would really like to have a source of lightning damage if we could figure that out somehow. Yeah. Feeling pretty good now. So, that's all we really need from here. I guess let's just get back to it. We should probably go back to town. Hold on. Because we should put some... I'm pretty happy with this weapon, and I think we should put some of our skill orbs on it. I don't think we're likely to find one that's super a huge amount better. A huge amount better. I don't actually want Assassin Gloves of Focus badly enough to keep this quest. Let's just drop this and pick up new ones. Tell me. Defeat a grizzled bog frog in the stone-hewn halls, I guess. XP is something. Go find Katie's enclave. Nah, I'm good. Delight a chicken dinner-loving polar rattler for a small amount of XP. Fine. Stone-hewn halls is like, yeah, you know, we're right there already. Alright. Let's look at our orbs. What orbs in the bank are relevant to our current task? Also, we need to have a good casting offhand, so let's pull the Candle Skull out. And then 100 Fists is not relevant to our deal here. Bear Traps is not relevant. Summon Floriconda, we're taking that. And that's it, huh? The Veil of Jaradex. I don't think... we don't care about this. We don't care about any of this stuff. I might want to... It's at least possible that it's right to replace the shard with a damage ring or something like that. Oh, Candle Skulls are accessories. Why was I thinking this was a casting offhand? Okay, so we just need a book. Right, because you are not two-handed. Well, I mean, we have a book. We have a book. This one is slightly better. You're my offhand for right now. And pair these just in case for some reason I unequip one of the things. Alright, do we have a better book by any chance? I have a lot of garbage in my inventory. We should probably bank this cat ear hairband before I do something stupid and die with it in my inventory. So let's... And I'll clear all this stuff out, don't worry. We'll sell it all off eventually. But I'll do it off camera because it's picking through things and figuring out what we need to do what with is a little bit of a tedious process. Put that back in the bank. Should probably bank all the Lucid Orb shards. Yeah, we have enough space to do that. No sense carrying those around. And a lot of this stuff is just going straight to the garbage can. By which I mean Katie. Take that. Take that, Katie Twinkles. You heard me. I said it loud. Alright. Let's go and put stuff in our staff, I guess. So I didn't actually look at our I did not actually look at what our lucid orbs do. Or our skill orbs rather. So takes more resources but summons 3 spirits at once. That seems awesome. Materialize summons moving objects. Whether or not that is good kind of depends on what it means. It's hard to know. Because I would love it if it summoned objects that tracked enemies, like tried to move on to enemies. But if they just move around at random, that actually might be worse than the stationary ones. Let's grab elemental spirits first. I think that the elemental spirit thing is probably cool. So we're going to have to go back to using our bow for a little while. I would love to take a spin in the Dreamcaster, please. Let's go in U, starting difficulty, average, final, very hard. Maybe we want to level up once or twice before we do this then. Hold on, how good is that? I didn't realize we had a chemist's greedy petrified branch. Okay, that's a good secondary, so let's throw that in slot 3. When we're inside the flow condenser, we'll use this as our primary. But yeah, definitely switch back to you. Okay. So yeah, we'll do that later. I guess let's just go level up in the dungeon some more. Remember when occasionally in Tangledeep we would like go up the Tangledeep? So let's go back to Branching Vista. And we have 1 quest on each side of the branch, right? Nope, they're both Stone-hewn halls. Never mind. Stone-hewn halls is this away. Alright. Hey there, treasure hunter. Let's see. An 89 damage pummel versus a 92 damage shot. Yeah, okay. So I'm pretty sure we are not taking a damage penalty for attacking an adjacent enemy. Ooh, wow. That was nice. Mint super brew and the chicken dinner that we're going to need. Obviously, not like we didn't already have a bunch. Okay. Enemies are starting to get a little dense here. Phasing Conjurer, Illusionist, equally resistant to all things. But you know what he's not equally resistant to is having his defenses lowered. Let's see. Okay, there's no hotkeys for these. I was trying to see how quickly and efficiently we could disable that stuff. Alright, with his defense down, we should have a pretty easy time with this. Even with a spellcasting focused character, you know, there's only so much casting you can be doing, because resources are limited, and occasionally you need to kill a monster to get him to drop power-ups. Oh hey, we discovered Floraconda the Ferocious. Well, he's very resistant to physical, so I guess let's not start there. Maybe also give him a tap with the shadow? Okay, never mind, I was building up to a whole thing there, but I guess it's under control. What a weird little area. So you are the grizzled bog frog that we are just supposed to kill, not with anything in particular, right? Yeah, just smash them. Got it. Cool, I got a wild spear. I kind of feel like with the quests, it would be kind of cool if they didn't give you garbage. Like, I would almost rather have a quest not give me an item than give me a bad item, just because, like, I don't know. It feels to me like when a quest gives you an item, it ought to feel like a thing you actually care about. And while they can't guarantee that it'll be, like, of a damage type you actually want or anything... Hold on a second. Yeah, they can't guarantee that it will be a damage type you actually want or a weapon type. They could at least ensure that it's a rarity that is potentially exciting. Should maybe not be like blues that are of a level that is similar to the stuff that you're already getting drops of all the time. Chicken dinner. There's got to be one around here somewhere. Turns out, yeah, there's a couple. We have a few. Listen, I get it. Who among us does not love a good chicken dinner, right? Sometimes I think these polar rattlers have more in common with us than we ever expected. Also the bone crabs. Because if you really think about it, each of us has a bone crab nestled deep within us. At least mine looks like a crab. Okay, he did not take any damage from that. It's weird that it keeps switching my weapon. Okay, I see what's happening. This is the default weapon slot, so I think what's happening is I'm clicking on enemies that are 4 spaces away, which the Chemist's Longbow can actually hit, and then it swaps back to Jirosu's Journey instead of the Flow Condenser, because they're out of range of the Flow Condenser. So maybe what we need to do here is... it's not really a good way to do this, is there? I guess we'll pay attention and stop shooting at things that are 4 spaces away. But yeah, I don't think there's actually a good way to do the thing I was trying to do there, where you just move something from one equipped slot to another. I don't know why I shot him with the acid. I can see that he is very resistant to acids. It is kind of weird that all creatures that are strong against poison are also impossible to kill with acid. You wouldn't think that those two things would really map. But I guess, what is acid if not just the most magical poison? Okay, is anything here terribly exciting? Topaz earrings of stealth and treasures. No, none of this stuff is really jumping out at me. We do have a bunch of damage type boosting rings, but I think we have kind of an awkward set of damage types. Like, fire is pretty good for us, but we really do a lot of... We do a broad variety of different damage types, especially since, you know, the evocations have cooldowns. We're very encouraged to jump from one type to the next over and over again. So those individual damage type rings are not as good for us as they could be. Not as good for us as they are for some people, certainly. Especially if you manage to get in a place where, like, you're playing rogue or what do you call it? Rogue or like Shadow Dancer, and you also get a weapon that deals fire damage. You can be boosting a huge percentage of your total damage with one of those rings. Ow! Just jumped out from behind a tree and damn near bit me in half. I remember to actually like pay a little bit of attention to my health here. The floors are rated as tricky, so we probably don't want to ascend too quickly. There's a champion enemy right over here. Nope, sorry, south of us. Let's go fight that guy. Let's make sure we're staying on track. I think we're not going to hit any more Pandora's boxes. I think we're probably good on those. I mean, we're getting pretty close to a level up here, so hopefully we will be we will be up to the task of adventuring upward at least soon. If not right this moment, at least soon. Okay, super vulnerable to attacks from my very good pet. You know what, I'm gonna maybe unequip the bow. It is a source of non-physical damage, though. I accidentally right-clicked, I guess. Let's grab Thorn Explosion as well. I'm gonna throw away Conjure Vine Wall. I mean, okay, the UI is behaving very strangely at the moment. I really want Thorn Explosion on the bar. We need that. I think we should hold on to all of our movement abilities. Spell Shaping is important, obviously. We could drop some in Soul Shade and just always use Elemental Spirit and Reverberate. I guess that's fine. Oh, that's right. The things are all screwy because of the because we're in the dungeon. How annoying. So yeah, vines just appear. I believe the vines slow enemies. It might be the case that the thing that slows enemies is casting summon vines, but I don't. That's certainly not the way I would design it. And then, of course, we can detonate them with Thorn Explosion, and we can swing to them with Vine Swing. They're very useful things to have around. We're probably pretty close to capping out our class here. Let's do a line spell shape of fire. Let's see here. You are resistant to physical. Okay, we'll do it like this. Put a bunch of garbage on you. We definitely don't want to just hit you with physical damage. You know what? I'm gonna get a plant in here. Let's summon a distraction to begin with, and then hit you with the acid. I don't know exactly what resistant means. You know, it could be a 10% damage reduction. It could be a 50% damage reduction. It's possible that I am more concerned than I should be about the about enemy resistances. May well be the case that just powering through them is usually the right thing to do. Then again, every little bit of health lost is a big deal, right? Because the way the game is designed, damage being relatively permanent and everything. Gotta say, doesn't necessarily bode super well for us that I keep being surprised by my health getting red. It's the kind of thing you want to be prepared for, probably. I guess we'll just cast a couple of single cast spells. Hit him with the fire. Actually, honestly, that might be it. Might just burn to death in a turn or two. Ah, man. Don't paralyze me. It's very impolite. I need that spinal column. It's doing stuff for me. Nice to see my pets are still up to the task of making me not have to do anything, though. It's maybe the most important role they could possibly fulfill. Wow, that's... The water spirit is hitting really hard. Alright, I bet you think you are just the coolest thing. I mean, it is a big square of radical magic snakes. I guess that's pretty cool, if we really have to put labels to it. Let's go ahead and drop some acid as well. Yep, that's kind of what I thought. Conjuring enemies and illusionists and stuff do not do so well against the Spell Shaper. It's not just about, you know, magic spells, which is to say exchanging energy for damage. But, like, the area control potential is so great. Let's see, you do not actually have any weaknesses. Hey, same. I guess we just shoot him a bunch. There you go. Turns out shoot him a bunch is everybody's weakness. One of those hard-fought lessons of life. Ow, I gotta stop walking right into the bite. The double snake bite move actually does a considerable amount of damage. So much that I'm going to remember to use healing items once in a while. What a ripoff. The third one didn't even have the third tile there didn't even have a fountain in it. This area is not that secret. It's just open on one side. You installed a fancy secret door in the west edge of the room and forgot to have the east edge of the room just be a wall. Alright, well, it looks like we are all good here. I'd really like to level up at least one more time, and then we can think about item dreaming. Ooh, I definitely have gems for you. I know, you got irons in the fire, you want my gems. He created me a lucky pebble pouch of might. What a terrible item. Why would you do that? Alright, Creeping Death is really good, but I'm going to take Bed of Thorns right now, even though there's no chance I'm going to use it. We are so close. We are so very close. Obviously, once we have our class mastered, we have to do some stuff before we can get our emblems. I probably want to go ahead and get that bull Floriconda Lucid Orb, or Skill Orb rather, on my gear before we go into the job trial as well. It might be a good idea to do some of the other like lucid orbing and stuff. Really make sure our equipment is leveled up. Speaking of leveling up, all right. Am I allowed to look at my stats during this process? I am not, because like obviously we can see numbers here, but I was curious like what is my physical defense right at this moment. So Spirit and Discipline both buff our staff attack damage. Spirit also buffs our magic spell damage considerably. Strength is not so good for us, but it does at least provide physical defense. I really wish I could see my defense values right now. Obviously, physical damage is very common. It's not the only type of damage, and it's not the only type of damage that can kill you either, but I think I'm going to take a level of discipline. I think our offense is pretty solid. Out of curiosity. So we have 3 flat physical defense and then 46% reduction, and a flat 25% reduction of all of the other types. Yeah, discipline was probably the right call there. I sure do get hit hard when I get meleeed, though. Which is going to mean, like, archer and sniper type enemies are going to be a huge pain as we go on. Those guys in the last area with the rifles, definitely very dangerous. Stonehewn 15. I mean, we're making progress quickly. I have completely forgotten what our rumors were. Oh, we did them already. You know, we should probably go back to town then, because we've increased the day a couple of times. See if people have exciting new stuff for us. Roost the Butcher in the floor that we're already on. You may not use your flask. Get job points. Okay. That's all you had to say. Do not flask. Discover bottles and brews in Ancient Ruins 14. And, okay, this is defeat 2 Ember Spirits with the power of physical. That might be a little tricky. This does tell us that the elemental layer is on Ancient Ruins 13, though. I'm fine with that. We can try that quest. My big concern there, and I did not mean to buy whatever I just bought, my big concern, obviously, is that our water elemental, will kill the fire elementals before we can. Not only is he great, but they're weak to his element. I guess we'll see. We'll see if this is a real worry. Possible that I am overly concerned about nothing. That is a thing that happens, I would say, some of the time. So this is Stonehewn 14. That's right, we went up Stonehewn. So we just want to climb up and get Roost the Butcher dealt with first, I think. This one I'm less excited about because it doesn't have a bunch of job points associated with it. So yeah, let's just try to go up. Wander around and try to get the maximum amount of vision. Not very happy about this nonsense. Also, kind of a bummer that every single boss has to be at least resistant to every damage type. Give me some vulnerabilities to build into, you know? I guess let's just start with the Shadow Evocation. Obviously, starting with fire, as I often do. Probably not a great move here. And then we can ice him as well. We can not stand in a big fire. Yeah, those are Floriconda, and sadly the Floriconda's explosion was not very effective. Alright, speaking of the Floriconda, can we get our guy back? Yeah. It does not take very long for him to cool down. And where are these stairs? I want to get this quest over because I am not confident with myself remembering not to use my flask. For reasons that are probably clear to everybody here. So sometimes I'm forgetful. Just a tiny little bit. I failed to kill him narrowly. Our Floriconda deals physical damage, so we do have a second source of it. But something tells me we're going to fail this Ember Spirit quest. I feel like I've already taken a bunch of damage, and we are. It's going to take a lot of Ember Spirits for us to get 2 of them with physical damage. Aha, stairs. Stairs to buried loot. That's not exactly where we're going. I think we may as well. It's not like this is a very difficult one. Although the method for interacting with it could be a little bit better. Just hoping there's some Ember Spirits in some of these, since the enemies in these seem to mostly be pushovers. Hey, we found the key pretty quickly. I don't think we need to spend a lot of time here searching through the rest of the stuff for monsters to kill. Let's just move on. So have we... Oh. Hey, there's the stairs over there. I just blew right past them. Well, as long as we're over here, we may as well reveal stuff. You know, I had a lot on my mind. There were a lot of people who needed to be murdered. Whatever's going on down there, I'm sure our pets have it under control. I have the utmost faith in them. Well, we actually do already have a couple of campfire fruits. I guess let's make some campfire dessert. It feels unlikely that we're in a position where we would suddenly need to restore our energy. So, you know, we're talking about like kind of an emergency position, but where it's going to be okay for us to get the 2 full debuff without restoring health, right? Like, that is the problem that we are usually having in that situation, is that we need way more health. Alright, well, sorry, what are we looking for? I know I'm super forgetful. Roos the Butcher. Okay. So nothing special, just some guy, and he'll have an icon over his head. Well, we are definitely seeing some signs of a champion here. Wow, did you guys kill that sludge elemental already? That is not exactly a Roos. Although, if you asked me to tell you what I would expect a guy named Roos to look like, I guess I don't really have a good answer for that. So he's fire immune. Seems to be stuck. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but I'll take it. Very resistant to water. You know, I gotta compliment this guy Roos's enthusiasm. No, not enthusiasm. Prudence. Sort of the opposite of enthusiasm, really. A lot of the time when you go onto a floor and there's like a terrifying named champion, they just bull rush right at you. This guy, he has restraint. I'm just gonna hang out here. I'm gonna keep drinking my cherry coke. They'll find me. When it's time to do the thing, they will find me. The way I'm making him sound, it doesn't come across... it comes across more as laziness than anything else. The true magic of storytelling is that it allows you to represent your opponents in whatever way you want. Alright, so that's just up to the next boss area. Somewhere. Somewhere around here is our man. That goes up to a bandit enclave. Which is fine. We will totally visit the bandit enclave. Okay, you are surviving a lot longer than I would have liked. Do feel like I'm getting into a small amount of a mechanical rut here. Opening every fight with the same 2 spells. Where's the artistry, man? Where's the virtuosity? But I like setting things on fire. Well, you know, fair enough. Are you? Yes. Okay. Very resistant to fire and water. Let's make a... So if we were going to pull a spirit up, what I would want to do is probably get a poison spirit. We could do a shadow spirit as well. I guess we just have... Yeah, we have soul shade. Let's just make a soul shade happen. And then hit parting gifts so our pets blow up when they die. And let's get to it. Well, probably acid evocation is a good place to start. Apparently can't do that. Don't have line of sight. Wow, Roos is doing a considerable amount of damage. Let's try to wrap this up before we have to get in melee range. We can do Shadow Blast. And then Prey? Ooh, okay. That could have been a little ugly. An Arcane Tome of Stealth, Dragons, and Loyalty. Hey, that might be a small upgrade for our offhand. Also... Hooray, we did it! So, Summon Floriconda's even stronger, and can summon free thorns. Alright, let's play with our ability slots. We now have all of the abilities we intend to get, and I really want Thornsplosion at the very least. Oh, sorry, Thornsplosion and Creeping Death both need to get on the bar somehow. So... I'm thinking maybe we remove these 2. It's nice to be able to conjure your own Vine Wall, but... Vines are pretty common with the Aura of Growth, and I'm just thinking... Yeah, I'm just thinking that we don't have a lot of time to do stuff like this. We're very busy in combat. Also, photosynthesis is fine. Creeping Death already does enough damage, though, so in order to change those out, we do have to go back to town. Ah, yes, I know. You wanna give me my job medal, and trust me, I want my job medal. We're gonna make that happen. All right, let's pull Conjure Vine Wall. Nope, pull it out, and Photosynthesis out, and then Creeping Death in and Thornsplosion in. Okay, now I feel pretty good about our bars. We have too many abilities. It's a little tiny bit inefficient with the job points, but I think it is fine. I also think we should go and recover our pet. Kind of wish they let you just like pop a dialogue box when you pull a pet out of the corral and be like, hey man, you want to insure that? Don't make me click twice. Who has time to click twice? I ask you. Alright, nothing else terribly exciting. Out of curiosity. The casino did restock. I mean, let's go look, right? We have enough money to make an awful lot of tokens happen. Okay, a Hydrating Harmonious Mechanist's Talisman of Might. Wow. I do love the Mechanist Talisman. The free sentry robot is really great. And that does have 20 spirit plus 6 core stats. And I mean, the strength is still like defensive value too. To be perfectly honest, that's maybe even worth 75 tokens. Like that might be worth putting the effort into getting tokens for. A rank 9 whip. Summons less 20% more turns. Well, I guess it's, you know, it's got a linear. Also, a wild Buster Sword of Acid. It's wild. Sort of want that, just because it's a very high tier thing that has an elemental damage type on it already. It's probably not worth the money, maybe? I don't know, man. It actually might be. You could probably do some pretty fun stuff with that. Nah, we're going to pass on it for now. So, we want to go up the other branch now, right? Yeah, I would like to go to Ancient Ruins 13 pretty quickly. Because that's where Elemental Flare... I guess we don't actually care about the quest. We did manage to get one sort of incidentally. I mean, I wouldn't turn down 200 XP. But yeah, we want to go to Ancient Ruins 13 because we want to get to the Elemental Lair. Alright, that is going to be just Branching Vista, right? Oh, how I hate the Ancient Ruins. I forgot to summon my Floriconda. My new and improved Floriconda. Look at him. Look at the size of him. He's amazing. You are fire immune. Also real good at starting fires underneath me no matter where I step, which is a very annoying trait. And let's do a creeping death. Never mind. Let's do a thing I have the energy for. Which is to say, auto attack? Thorn Explosion is stamina based, which is cool. You can blow up your Floriconda with this, so I'm a little leery of casting it on that space because I don't know for sure that it'll kill the vine. So I'm just gonna attack him with my staff. Alright, get some of that going. Apparently there's another problem over here. Blade Master Harrier Explosive. That's a really annoying group of traits. Gotta get rid of this guy before he does his what do you call it? His laser beam. Also, River Spirit. Great work. Just really fantastic work. Turns out he's pretty good at fighting guys who are made entirely out of a fire. Do we really have another champion already? It's kind of wild. Can't tell if those ice crystals are there from one of the champions we just fought, or if I am receiving information that there is a second champion. Second? Like a 15th champion. Okay, lots and lots of Guardian Spheres. Well, seems like maybe an okay time for... I mean, I know they're weak against... Oh, they're not even weak against lightning. Trying really hard for to make my pets feel like they have room to come over here and get involved. So I would really love it if they would take some of this damage. And that was a lot of Guardian Spheres all at once. Fortunately, our pet is familiar with the repertoire of the Guardian Sphere, which is to say, standing still, mostly. Somehow he was able to figure out a solution to that incredible tactic. Oh right, I was going to look at that new spellbook. I totally spaced. It's very easy for me to do that. Let's... Arcane Tome of Stealth Dragons and Loyalty. So what we're wielding right now is a runic spellbook. This is a greater energy cost reduction, a greater spirit power bonus. Dragon limit fills up faster. Corral Pet heals for 15% of max HP when you defeat a non-trivial enemy, and 9% elemental damage. That's definitely a big improvement. I don't like the traits on that almost at all, but just like as a raw item, the higher tier version of that is like way better. Who would have thought? Right, is this another situation where I saw the stairs? I just missed them? No, it is not. Okay, good, because those are embarrassing. I don't know why the river spirits hate all of my pets so much. I feel like no matter what the situation, no matter what my class build, no matter what else is happening in the game, you see some river spirits, you know they are going to go after your poorly defended pets. Please do not do that. Please do not kill my Floriconda. I could summon a million more, but this one's special to me. He's not, but don't tell him that. I mean, I guess you could tell him whatever you want, because, like, obviously I stage whispered that loud enough for him to definitely hear it, but also he doesn't have ears. So I guess what I'm saying is, you know, whatever. Listen, either he knows he was a mistake or he doesn't. We're not gonna be able to change it now. Okay, we are ready to move on, I think. Somewhere around here, an elemental lair, and within that elemental lair, armor mastery. I did go and look up what the armor masteries do because I'm very spacey and I can never remember for some reason. I'm not actually sure which one we want. I will say that the medium armor mastery scales with your quickness, which is obviously not, or swiftness rather, which is obviously not very good for us. Did I just like cast that completely wrong? Sort of looked like I casted that completely wrong. Yep, I over-rotated or under-rotated or something. I definitely looked at it and thought, oh, that's not the orientation. That needs to be changed. Alright, obviously we're not going to try to do the elemental layer this video, but I would love to find it. We can just swing right on in there at the beginning of the next one. Unfortunately, these floors are a little bit labyrinthine. Who builds ruins like this? What were they thinking? It's almost like their architectural principles don't take the idea of a potential future audience for the building into account. It's really lacking imagination in what a tourist destination this lab might eventually become. So yeah, you can see like the free thorns. They get some work done. They don't hit super hard. I do not think it is worth a slot on our bar for us to be able to create our own because they are relatively weak and a lot of enemies move in really erratic ways. You can never necessarily never necessarily know where they're going to whether they're going to stand in them, but it is nice when they're free. So, Barrier, Avenger, Cheerleader, Shadow Grasp. Not really all that dangerous. I've just been letting myself get too low. Let's eat something, too. Eat one of these 500 chicken dinners. Alright, he's standing on top of a materialized shadow. I don't think we need to go super hard on this. I do want to turn off my spell shaping. Yeah, you're equally resistant to everything. Congratulations. You get shot by everything. A bed of flaming thorns. For some reason, the flames don't harm me. I'm fine with that part. Okay. Just a little bit of very straightforward spellcasting. Also, apparently, an enemy that finally my pets can't deal with on their own. Which is weird, because it's one of the enemies I am least afraid of in the entire game. They really hide these stairs from you. The whole place is designed to make it impossible to find the stairs, and then they put all the bathrooms on the 4th floor. Truly, these men of the past were cruel beyond measure. Sadistic, even. Okay, there's our elemental lair. So, let me remember to resummon my... Oops, clicked outside the window. resummon my Floriconda before we end, because I'm a little worried that otherwise I will totally forget to do it during the next episode. And I think that is probably a good place to call it for right now. I still have no idea what we want to do armor-wise, so I'll think about this a little bit during the break. We have a pretty good suit of heavy armor on right now. But I don't know if heavy armor is really what we... Yeah, I don't know. I'll consider it. Come back next time, tomorrow, to figure out what our armor looks like, and maybe once we've got that sorted, we start slapping skill orbs onto it, and we'll see you then.